second group stage, yeah. In terms of the laning stage, you can offset a lot of Puck's poke with Resonant Pulse. That's also going to clip the Puck. It's very hard to phase shift. So, quite good. They picked it for a reason. Skewer.
3 Savage gets skewered away. Has to pounce, though, as Tofu will be taking the death here. But we can see 23 Savage did die first.
That's an amazing, amazing result for GG.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It is a game in Gladiators Classic to gate from safe lane to off lane with Doracio's hero. But I didn't think he was going to do it on a 5 Faceless Void, but it's like it doesn't even matter what hero he plays, he just wants to outnumber.
23 again.
Oh, he used his Dark Pact already.
He has Pounce, Dark Pact in 1.
He will have it ready again. Oh, well, he turned into a pig, so now he can't do it.
He's perfectly fine as the arena comes in from Jabs as Q TP's in as well. The Chronosphere is only going to catch 1. Q just on the outskirts as Tofu winning the 1v1 battle against 23 Savage. At Doraccio, he's taking a lot of damage from that Winter Wyvern, has made his way over. Cold Embrace onto Q. Quinn also rotating. Eventually 23 Savage does fall. Still level 5.
Where is Laurenoff?
And now Q gets hit by the Aether Remnant. Quinn looking to clean up as see rotation coming in now. He's from Laurenoff.
Finally arriving. He must have had no resources. I feel like this was a play call from Quinn.
Typically they're the ones that come out with the better trades and then just mount this, I want to say, this pretty early advantage that they can snowball eventually.
Coil.
Coil onto Quinn. Pop the Resonant Pulse. There's no follow-up at all for Laurenoff, so Quinn is...
Oh, he's going to go for it.
Okay, gets off the Astral Step. Laurenoff, though, will jaunt as Quinn. He really wants this. Astral Step will not hit. Neither will the Aether Remnant, and Quinn
oh my
get the
God.
kill somehow. Okay. Very nice. Stone-faced. He expected it all the while. Very nicely done.
What in the world?
He missed basically every spell, but it was the last one that mattered.
So the Vessel, obviously very good against the Faceless Void, and the Magnus does a lot of damage too.
Celery gets pinned.
The best kill. Some valuable information here for Gladiators. They can just get out.
Doraccio 700 away from Maelstrom. As Ace going in for a very aggressive skewer into an RP inside the Mars Arena, but the curse for the potential disengage, but Quinn has made his way over as well inside the Sprout now. Now the Coil will contain him. And Quinn still with the Spirit Vessel applied will have to dissimulate away.
Now Laurenoff still has an Arcane Rune running. He really wants to fight
Q.
here.
Okay. Actually gets the Sprout, now the Spirit Vessel onto the Gyro. Tofu falls, and you can see Quinn get destroyed by Jabs on the back line as Aurora getting a lot out of this, and they will get the third in Ace. Celery shows up, gets the freezing field. All he's going to Cold Embrace himself, and eventually the Wolf will die in addition. And Doraccio died to 23 Savage.
In this game, Quinn is rushing the Ags to counter the Puck and the Slark. So he will have nothing against this item when it comes out.
23 Savage wants to go in deep. Waning Rift onto the Void. That's enough damage. Doraccio's dead. Right off the bat, Ace kind of stuck on the low ground now. If they can spot him, he will likely fall as well. Coil on him. Spirit Vessel as well. And that is the death of the Magnus. No longer top net worth. In fact, the top 3 in the game are all on Aurora's side. They are looking so much more coordinated. So this is a team that I feel like started this year really poorly.
Yeah.
In the last tournament that I cast, Dacia Dubai, they just got stomped. They look like a totally different team here. Laurenoff with the damage rune. Yules, Jabs. Can he get the spear off? Indeed, down goes Quinn now, as GAIMIN Gladiators are getting stomped all of a sudden by Aurora. The spear will now damage over time. 23 Savage showing himself. There's the silence from the Resonant Pulse. Call down as well, but he gets off the pounce eventually. And we'll get out completely as there's a Chronosphere. Doraccio finds literally nobody. Q is on the outside. He still might die. Aether Remnant is there. Ace gets the RP onto 2. Jabs is likely to be next, but the nice Cold Embrace for the time being is 23 Savage will get saved by the curse now. Still trying to get some Essence Shift stacks right now as the Coil onto 2. Rebuke Spear are there, but 23 Savage is dead. Doraccio looks like he might actually survive this as Laurenoff. He actually gets taken out by Celery of all heroes. As Ace will kill off Jabs. Quinn is the survivor of GAIMIN Gladiators, along with 3 other members. I don't know why I worded it that way. That's kind of weird, but a full team wipe on Aurora's side. Yeah, but all it takes is 1 chrono, 1 RP.
1 opportunity.
Jabs, spear. Quinn already at half HP. Coil is there as well. He's going to Manta. Gets the Resonant Pulse off as well, but it's not enough. But RP comes in, but the counter curse is there on top of a chrono now. All over the place. And 23 Savage is the one that Dyrachyo wants to hit. Skewer onto 2. The BKBs are running out now as Ace tries to run away. They've only gotten the Nature's Prophet from the perspective of GAIMIN Gladiators. Oh, a little bit deep for Lornoff. He's going to get Frostbit, but they're running away from him. This is the top net worth hero in the game. Celery goes down to some casual phase shift right clicks. Lornoff still leading the way, but the rest of GAIMIN now disengaging completely. Although, looks like Tofu gets caught off guard. Left by his team to die. 3 for 1 in favor of Aurora.
This
and Roche,
not happening.
I think they're just going to get it. Although 23 Savage is going in deep. He gets out the pounce. Dyrachyo gets the Aegis, and they get the Roche. Dyrachyo gets the BKB off in time as well. 23 Savage inside the Shadow Dance. He's going to come out now, get silenced. Cold Embrace does not save him this time. And this is a dieback onto the Wyvern. They even find Jabs in the trees, trying to TP out. Gets off his arena, but the RP comes through for Ace. And Jabs will pay the ultimate price. 3 dead for Aurora, and GAIMIN get everything. They blow this game wide open now. They have the Aegis, the cheese, and they got 70 seconds to push. All right, well, he's not very far away from it. All it takes is 1 chrono, and
oh, okay, that's right a good one.
See, that's a little early there, Dyrachyo. He's going to be able to get the kill onto Puck and Ollie as well. If only he had just waited for the Divine to be purchased at that secret shop location. Could have been really exciting. And it does feel like Ollie, especially for this high ground defense, is extremely important.
Yes.
So, GAIMIN, to the top lane they go. 1 minute. Okay, they swap positions. Very awkward. There's the Resonant Pulse silence. Yule's applied to 23 Savage. Gonna try to turn this around onto Quinn as Jab's going in pretty deep. Arena goes off, number 1. Buyback onto the puck. Lornoff trying to get in here as Wind Waker is used by Quinn Waker. Jabs getting right click by Dyrachyo. Little time walk towards the Nature's Prophet as Jab's taken out in the face of the tier 4 towers. And they're gonna be able to take out Q as well. There's the RP onto 2, but there's the curse to follow it up. Looks like Lornoff's able to get back to base. The coil only onto 1 right now, and the racks are starting to melt. This is going to be 2 lanes for GAIMIN as Ace just casually skewers away.
And with all the dire spells on cooldown, the question is if they can just end it here.
That's possible. 23 Savage has to be a bit careful. Bummer applied there. Still 53 seconds of no jabs, so 5v4, not including the Aegis and the cheese. And now Mega Creeps on the menu for GAIMIN Gladiators. Pounce, 23 Savage, but they just have... These Wind Wakers are so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Dyrachyo will get the range racks. You can see the Aegis has been consumed now. Another Wind Waker for GAIMIN. This won't be for Tofu, as Quinn... they're going to be able to take out Q very easily here. And now the Mega Creeps will come to GAIMIN Gladiators. That is going to be 4 Wind Wakers for GAIMIN. The item of the patch for sure. The tier 4s now standing in their way. Not going to have their Nature's Prophet for Aurora, so they'll have to try to defend 4v5 if GAIMIN continue.
Wind Waker is also just an outstanding item against Puck, right? When Puck has Ags and is going for this right-click damage-style build, you can just get
off. Okay, we have the Chronosphere from Dyrachyo, but the Cold Embrace will stop it in its tracks for the time being. 23 Savage is going to pop the BKB, but he's getting melted. Finally gets off his ult. There's the curse onto 2. Essence Shift stacks are starting to be there for 23 Savage, but he's getting pretty low on HP, so has to be careful. The coil connecting on basically everybody from GAIMIN, but the Wyvern will be lost. 23 Savage forced to pounce away. Nice spear, but Jab's going to be surrounded here very shortly and taken out one last time. 23 Savage is actually going to survive. but he gets skewered out of his fountain, silenced, and finally brought down as the GGs come out. So GAIMIN take sides, and then eventually GAIMIN able to find their footing.
Yeah, this was a... We've had 4 games today, and one game was not like the others.
And the EMP could be a very...
Team, it just looks nice in his...
Oh, the blast off! Don't worry, we got that on camera, guys. Oh.
Didn't get the outcome he wanted.
And that's going to force a TP out as he stuck around a little bit too long. Telekinesis back into tower range. Tries to deny himself, but Q gets the finishing blow.
The map is going to shrink even more. They will glyph it for now.
Yep, Jabs showing up, gets off the arena. Tofu's the only one contained inside. They will clean him up.
But the Scotty is a ton of EHP. And it also lines up nicely with... Oh, okay. That's a difference.
Yep, goodbye, Mr. Ollie.
It lines up nicely with the timing of the other heroes in the team to have Scotty. Oh, that's it.
Quinn? Okay.
He is playing with sound. Okay.
It's already at half HP. They need to clear these mines one way or another. Coil onto the Rubik as Ace will be the one to tank it instead. And he basically takes no damage at all. Will Timber Chain in melee range, but now all these heroes here, Ace actually will be taken out. So those mines really serving a great purpose. Leads to a double kill for Lornoff as Celery is the second to go.
It's one of those moments where GAIMIN clear up 3 mines and they're like, all right, the mines are gone. And then there were another 6.
How does Eternal Shroud work on Medusa? Does it even work properly?
Oh, how is it this is again?
Q. Getting gone on by Ace. Waning Rift. Blastoff is not going to hit, though. Ace goes and try to finish the job, but the egg comes out just in time. Swap out now. Can they kill the egg? Yes. They get it just in time as the Chakram now onto Jab, slowing him to a crawl. He's the second to die as the coil reserved just for Q. So it looked like it could have been a decent fight for Aurora. They end up losing 3 and getting nothing in return.
And that's the entire lead and more back the other way. So you did say it was going to be swingy. You were right. All right, they have a feeling. Lornoff.
He's out of mana. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah,
4 dead now.
He's pinging the ward that isn't there. It was just a full-on read for GAIMIN when they saw his movement trajectory with this ward that's at the top right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That should help.
Your word's not mine.
It's involved in the game.
Okay, that's
not in the fights.
That's good.
Thoraccio pops the Manta. Will use the Stone Gaze as well. Gets put onto the low ground. Looks like he might want to fight as the rest of his team tries to connect. There's the jump in from Ace into the blast off onto 2. The egg is placed in time. Tofu's gonna be the trade, so it's a 1-for-1 to start.
That's Arena.
Arena with the spear only onto Ace, but the egg will proc. He's still very healthy. See if he wants to chase his 23 Savage, left with basically no mana. Quinn will finish off the Phoenix again, and Jab's likely the next on the list. Trying to go for Celery, but it's not to be. Ends up being a 1-for-4.
That could have been even worse for Aurora, because that was at least a good Egg-Mars Arena combo where they protected the egg with the Arena on the outside and try to end, honestly. Like, it's not like they have to, but they must be feeling...
I mean, with this patch, do you think they have good enough, even with this lead, do they have good enough high ground to do that in 1 Aegis? As 23 Savage is spotted, bursted very low. Lornoff, though, with the backup. I mean, even if they don't get the kill, it's just forcing them away from any potential farm.
Yep.
It's basically a win for GAIMIN.
Oh my.
And Ollie dies casually to some mines. Jabs jumps in, wants to fight. Rebuke onto 2. Lornoff gets a nice split earth off. Tofu's dead. Ace, they're ignoring for good reason.
Yeah.
And now Jabs, no more BKB for you. There's the disperser officially for Thoraccio.
To answer your question about the high grounding, what risk are you taking if Dusa has Aegis and she goes and hits a tower?
No, it's not about the risk. That's Jabs. Okay, he's all alone and he dies. They actually use the Stone Gaze as well just in case. But Quinn, he's not scared. Going for the Parasma next.
He's chasing here. He saw him on the lane ward.
Yeah, Coil expended for just a Rubik, but the rest of his team going for Roshana. Base defense, I feel like that's probably worth a purchase.
The Lesh one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also more damage, so could be a thing.
Yep, as the illusions are spaced out completely. And the tower. One more go around. Not even needed. Tower down. Now Barracks next. Dyrachyo getting a bit low on mana. Of course, Aegis obviously still intact. I assume you wait to use Stone Gaze until Aegis is used, if it even is.
Depends. I think you want to use it during a
Royal, Quinn going in very deep. Dyrachyo inside the Mars arena now. Jabs trying to take out the Vengeful Spirit. Remember, this is the Aghanim Scepter. Actually uses a swap into Quinn to keep him alive. Beautifully done from Celery. It's going to cost him his life. We'll buy back instantly, though, as Jabs takes a tumble. And Dyrachyo now, he is out of mana, so he's actually susceptible to dying this first time. 23 Savage looking for one more adaptive strike potentially to finish the job, but it's not to be. So the barracks will go the way of GAIMIN Gladiators. It's still 2 minutes on this Aegis if GAIMIN want to reset after this. There's the burst potential, but the Manta gonna disrupt the combo. Splitter's hit.
Good snake. 900 mana.
Yeah, that's
lovely.
Quite a bit. And slowly getting towards his butterfly, which will eventually be delivered, I'm sure, during this push. Just has to dodge these fire spirits for maximum damage. And Aurora, they have to defend at some point. Jabs is back now. Dyrachyo will take a Conda. Barely feels it, though. As 23 Savage turns into Medusa. But the second set, okay, that is the shard now. As Ace is brought back into the fray, there's the spear into the tier 4. Do they have the damage, though? Jabs is already dead, as Dyrachyo still on life number 1 of 2. So this will be 2 lanes for GAIMIN, as 23 Savage turns into Medusa. But we'll have to go back and heal very shortly. Dyrachyo still not done. 1 full minute on the Aegis, as a sheep is picked up by Ace. Gonna be a sheep reveal. There's the Aegis finally used. And now expect potential Stone Gaze to come. Splitter's gonna connect, but just like that, 23 Savage gets bursted. Has the buyback, though, as the Stone Gaze into the blast off, but Lornoff able to shrug it off thanks to the BKB Bloodstone. Buyback comes through from 23 Savage. He's already in the front line as Jabs gets a nice arena. That's the Venge life number 1 of 2. So many lives to get through to be able to do anything in this fight. As the egg is placed along with the Sunray. Ace, he is getting quite low. They do have the damage to take him out. In the olden days, you could. Back in my day.
Do you remember right at the start when you could have them as slots?
Multiple of them, yeah.
Oh, Tofu was great then.
Tofu will be a consolation kill. It's really up to 23 Savage to pack a bigger punch here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I feel like this is a rapier attempt. It should be going for the Morphling, but it's going to be a BKB instead.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think so. As the tier 3 goes down, and the Mega Creeps are next for GAIMIN. Aurora, you got to do something here. Jabs misses.
No, not that.
Yep, he's going to have to pop the BKB and run away in shame. Range Rax is dead. As 23 Savage will go in, turn into Medusa, pop his BKB, but he is losing this battle. Or is he? Dyrachyo, life number 1. And there's the arena to follow as Ace pops his BKB, so he's virtually unkillable. Blast off. Nice Phoenix Egg comes out onto Lorna, popping the Bloodstone as well. Doing a decent amount of damage in all this. They only get the Phoenix for GAIMIN Gladiators. Now the fortification comes through. And this will be Mega Creeps for GAIMIN. So despite Aurora actually having it was an okay hold. Just still lacking the damage to get a second kill onto the Medusa.
Yeah.
As Ace going in, Sheep, and Dyrachyo, the siege tank, will likely just continue this onslaught. The cheese is on Quinn, a little bit surprising. As the Splitters continuing to be spammed out by Lornoff. The ultimate delay tactic. But Dyrachyo can hit buildings, he can hit heroes, he can do both at the same time. Arena coming out from Jabs as Lornoff stuck in no man's land. He's dead for 75. Dyrachyo, the Morphling, tries to go in for one last-ditch effort, but it is not to be for Aurora today as GG's come out. And GAIMIN